So I have a recurring fault in my golf swing that shows up at the top of the backswing. I have a tendency to get the club face way too far open at the top, and I can show you exactly what that looks like with a picture that has a couple of my old swings in it. You can see on the left with the driver, I've got the face angle at about 60 degrees and at 64 degrees with an iron. This is outside the realm of even what open club faces look like with tour players, and to show you exactly what that looks like, I studied a lot of these swings, and you can take three of the best young players on the planet right now, Hideki, Jordan, and Justin Thomas here. All three of these guys have a generally a weaker grip, a 1 to 2 knuckle grip, flatter left wrist positions, and more open club faces. But as you can see in the photo, they're still measuring in the low 50s, whereas I've seen swings of mine where even that 64 degree isn't the bad one. I've gotten the club face in the neighborhood of 70, and that's a problem and something that I work on and was working on the other day. But in trying to solve this problem in my own game and help others figure it out, I wanted to figure out what is square, what is an appropriate measurement for the club face at the top. And I looked at tons of swings, and one of the swings that I really wanted to look at was that of Steve Stricker. That golf swing, if anybody can kind of visualize it, it's about as simple and quote-unquote hands-free as you can imagine. And Steve Stricker's club face at the top has a really, really nice, consistent 40-degree angle. And I thought, okay, it might be 40, so I looked at some other swings, and the trend started to show that this was where square might be. And one way you can kind of test this yourself at home, simply get in front of a mirror where you're set up like the camera's down the line. Take the club, just cock your wrist straight up until the club's parallel to the ground. Rotate your torso until the club is parallel to your imaginary target line, and then just simply lift your arms up into an appropriate top of the backswing position without manipulating the club face with your hands or your wrists or your forearms, because that is where the differences come in how we get the club face open or closed, basically not square, is we manipulate it with the hands and forearms or wrists. And myself, it comes in the form of an excessive cupping. There are, of course, golfers that are on the opposite end of the spectrum. Obviously, one might think of Dustin Johnson with a very bowed left wrist and closed club face. But I looked at some more swings, and I saw that Rory really showed what I think is a very nice model for people to go after. Now, if you're an elite athlete and you've got 40 hours a week to practice, you can probably make it work from all sorts of positions. But for those of us, mere mortals, I think there needs to be a standard, a good spot to start from, something to shoot for, and I think Rory does it very well. If we take a measurement of Rory's club face here on the left, you can see he comes in at about 42. He also does this with his iron. If we measure my face angle, you can see in this swing with a 7-iron here, I was at 40 near the top of the swing, and I hit this shot really well. I was really excited when I taped this swing. I thought, oh man, this is going to show me exactly what I want to see. You guys can see me take it down through impact. The ball takes off right on line. This was a 7-iron. I hit about 175 yards, just flushed it. But if we go back up to the top and scroll the video down just a little, something unfortunate shows up, and that my tendency towards an open face, that move that I have that encourages that, still happened in this golf swing, and this is definitely the action I'm trying to avoid. What I want to use this to illustrate is the importance of video analysis and how you're probably already confident that your feel is very rarely associated with what actually happens. But what's really important about what I take away from this particular shot or this swing is that even our golf ball will lie to us. We can hit great shots with swings that will fail us down the road. Swings that are just unreliable. Swings that have the faults in them we even think that we didn't do. Still can hit very, very good golf shots. So after I saw this on film, I simply went back to work. I refined my feel, I exaggerated my drills a little more, and wouldn't you know it, on the next swing I filmed, this particular fault didn't show up. And I really think it shows the value of video analysis. And so before we finish up, let's go ahead and watch the rest of this work of art that is Rory's driver swing. And if you are interested in having me analyze your swing, if you'd like a golf video lesson, keep in mind new email subscribers do get a free one. Check out the website, accurateapproachgolf.com. Thanks for watching, guys.